Hey Potisemommy, I watched your video this morning and I thought this might be easier than trying to type out what I wanted to say. I am pretty horrible at hiding some of my symptoms, to be quite honest. Like you said, it's really hard to hide when you faint. It doesn't work so well. You can't really, push that off as anything else. Depending on who I'm with, I can actually hide a lot of symptoms. Grocery stores, if people don't know me, they wouldn't realize that I'm symptomatic. But I have that problem a lot at Walmart if I go in the evening, where I can tell my blood pressure is low and sort of, I've lost my hearing, I'm sort of blacking out. The world's a little fuzzy for me, not entirely sure. I'm not there like cognitively at all. I'm very confused, slow, and usually I'm just, going, oh my gosh, 3 people, 3 people, 3 people, 2 people, 2 people, 2 people, I can do this. But people around me wouldn't realize the symptoms I'm having. At work, at the hospital, they can tell pretty much no matter what. Maybe that's just because they're all nurses and doctors and aides, and I think part of the fact is I have been there for, it'll be 5 years in February, and I wasn't diagnosed until 2 years ago, and I didn't start fainting until a little over 2.5 years ago. So they've seen me before I got sick and after I got sick, and so they're very tuned into my symptom triggers or stuff like that. But usually, and not a lot of my friends have realized this, some have, some haven't. If I'm feeling sick, such as like, or if I'm symptomatic, not necessarily sick, but if I'm symptomatic, like my chest is hurting or I feel short of breath, my stomach hurts, or I'm very nauseous and stuff like that, I get through those usually by aversion techniques. And so the nurses and most of my friends have noticed I'll start, rocking, or I don't know, a lot of the time they tell me I just get really quiet. And usually I'm just trying to like mentally distract myself. And so the nurses tell me, I'm just, what's wrong? I know you're not feeling well. You're really quiet today. So I guess that's one way I hide, some of my other symptoms, like the chest pain, stuff like that. I can smile and get through it, but I do sort of like verbally, I guess, shut down. And I guess, I have been told I do, in a way, disconnect myself from people during that, but that's more of I'm trying to focus on, distracting myself. So I'm not focusing on the fact that my chest hurts really bad when I'm around other people. Like if I'm home by myself or if I'm somewhere by myself, I don't care. I'll cry, I'll do whatever just to get through it. But if I'm like at work or if I'm out in the grocery store or anything, I try to smile and ignore, try not to start too many conversations with people that are going to, stick me in somewhere for a while. Yeah, that's just generally how I cope with my symptoms, and it's just, in public it is hard because depending on what's going on, I was at the pharmacy once trying to pick up, they were putting me on a new beta blocker. This was back in, I just noticed I say a lot. Let's see, it was back in May when my heart rate was really, really high. I really didn't think I was going to be able to make it to, like, the pharmacy to get my medicines, but I did. I just kept, pushing through. I was like, I need this medicine, it's going to help. I need this medicine, it's going to help. And I was symptomatic visually. People could look at me and tell me, yeah, they knew something was wrong, but they weren't going to be able to tell what it is. But I actually had to sit down in the pharmacy, like waiting. They were having problems ringing it up, and I had to sit on the floor. And I hated it. I absolutely hated it. I hated the fact that there was other people who live in a small town, so we all use the same pharmacy for the most part, and they saw that. And when I'm in public, I want to hide it. I don't want people to, see that I'm having these problems, because I want to be known as, the one who's out and helping others. And right now it's just really hard. I can't do everything I used to do. And so when I'm in public, I try to hide these symptoms. Another symptom I found I cannot hide is if I'm really pale. I don't wear makeup though, so that probably has something to do with it. But I really wish, could figure out a way to hide that. Because that's one of my pet peeves, is people telling me, oh, you look so sick, you're so pale. And that's another, trigger or, visual symptom that the nurses can tell for me when something's wrong is I get pale, or flush if my heart rate gets too high. But you can't really hide those either. So I guess, I don't know. But I completely understand wanting to hide symptoms in public. I don't want to be known as the 24-year-old sick kid. That's just no fun. So, but yeah, I hope you're having a good day and resting, because you need to rest. You can't just run around and doing too much, because you'll crash, and we don't want to see that. And I hope the new job is going fabulous, and that you don't run yourself ragged this week. And yep, bye.